on Monday, October 9th, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580. The Tape, 1 year later. We're broadcast live in afternoon drive from 5 to 7 p.m. with an immediate encore presentation from 7 to 9 p.m. When all was said and done, was more said than done. 1 year later, are there fractures in LA's black-brown political partnership? And where do we go from here? Don't miss The Tape, 1 year later. Only on KBLA Talk 1580, Monday, October 9th, live from 5 to 7 p.m. with an immediate encore presentation from 7 to 9 p.m. We've got a lot to talk about.
You ready?
It's the queen of royal badness.
It's time for the Raw Report with Robin Ayers.
Highlighting people and things you should know about.
Robin's got you covered. Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Robin's got a lot to talk about.
You are inside the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580, where we bring you the latest in entertainment news, trending topics, and interviews. I'm your host, Robin Ayers, with you Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. I feel like I'm at a backyard barbecue. You know what I'm saying? That's what this feels like. Oh, yeah. This feels good. I like this one, Andy. Well, I hope that you are having a fantastic Thursday. It's evening now, but I hope your whole entire day was fantastic. Mine has been good. It's been productive. It has been, all of the above. And I'm looking forward to today's show. Last night's show, I thought it was going to pour over to today. It was such a good conversation. We spent the entire hour talking about this Ebony K. Williams comment, this advice rather, that she gave to young black women who are in college. And we spent a good amount of time talking about it, but I decided, you know what, let's go ahead and move on, because there's always entertainment happening. There's always stories that I'm trying to bring you guys as hot topics. So we'll definitely do that today. And if you want to call in at any point and you want to weigh in, you know you're welcome to do that. You can do it by calling 1-800-920-1580. You could also join us right now over in our YouTube chat. Hello, YouTubers. That's the fam right there. You guys can come join us over here in the community, our YouTube community. That's always fun. That's at KBLA 1580 as well. Again, social media platforms, KBLA 1580, at Robin Ayers. On all of my social media platforms. By now, you should be following me just to say hello and keep up. Okay, well, let's see. We do have a few updates and a few things that are going on. Halle Bailey, congratulations to her. You all know the Bailey sisters, but Halle Bailey, she recently played the Little Mermaid, and she actually just released a single called Angel, and in honor of that, she's launching the Angel Scholarship, and this is supporting young black women in performing arts. That is just the sweetest thing in the world. I love it. I love Halle Bailey, and the song itself is really talking about empowerment, and it's empowering black women to let us know we can do anything that we set our minds to. So she is trying to further that support by giving scholarships, I think a total of $40,000. She's giving away $10,000 scholarships. And this is very, very exciting for her and for those who are going to be potential winners as well. So congrats to her. Japan, this is interesting. I figured, you know what, I've never heard of anything like the Grammys in other countries, but it looks like Japan is considering creating an Asian version of the Grammys, because I don't know if you've noticed this, but a lot of those K-pop groups and things, they have really dominated the hip-hop world in their region. So their dances, their songs, they have a lot of hip hop culture that they've brought over into their own country. And a lot of the times they even partner and collaborate with our artists, right? Well, and sometimes if that's the case, if they have collaborated with our artists, they'll make their way over into the Grammys here, and they'll be acknowledged and awarded for certain songs and things here. But they are now considering doing their own version. So congrats to them. I guess I don't know if they're going to try to do both, but they are definitely considering doing one for them over there. One more congratulations. This one goes out to Chad Johnson for being inducted into the Ring of Honor during the halftime of the Bengals game. That's pretty cool. His whole family was there representing. So I still like Chad Ochocinco. He is a funny dude. I don't know. I like him. Anyway, wishing him and everyone else in his family the best. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right into the Raw Report.
Now it's time for a breakdown.
Okay, this one is interesting. We're going to talk about Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady for years he's been rumored about, he's been talked about. Everybody has said all kinds of things, but he is finally speaking out, talking about he is pansexual. He'll even tell you what pansexual means to him, how he identifies. Remember, this is a twice formally married man. Twice. With a kid, all right? Well, anyway, he'll break it all down for you. We'll break down that topic on the other side. We're also going to talk about the fact that Charlamagne called Colin Kaepernick his letter. He called his letter pathetic. His letter to the New York Jets, pathetic. I don't know if you've heard, but Colin Kaepernick has reached out to the New York Jets because he's requesting or offering, however you want to say it, but requesting to be a part of their practice team. Some people don't like it. Some people are for it. We'll break it down on the other side. We're also going to talk about Bill Cosby. He's hit with another lawsuit for an alleged sexual assault allegation that happened way back in 1972. Okay, we'll talk about that and more on the other side with our contributor. You are listening to The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay right there.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Denzel Whitaker, and I'm on The Raw Report.
You're inside The Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Turning my pain into purpose is pretty much what I have done to start this foundation.
In August 2020, after the death of George Floyd, Bridget Floyd and other family members established the George Floyd Memorial Foundation in support of the Black community.
It's going to take more than just us as a foundation. It's going to take the community, the world, to make a change.
Fight for racial justice for the Black community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Wireless headphones. That'll be $200.
I'll use my Capital One Quicksilver card.
Now that's a hit. You used the Capital One Quicksilver card, which makes you the hero of every purchase. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere.
I wanted running music, but unlimited 1.5% cash back is pretty heroic.
Good instincts. Every hero needs a theme song. The Capital One Quicksilver card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
On your period, sudden gushes happen without warning. But now, you can say goodbye to stand-up gush fears. Thanks to Always Ultra Thins with rapid dry technology. It absorbs gushes 2 times faster than the leading store brand and gives you up to 100% leak-free protection. Hello, clean and comfortable with Always Fear No Gush.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action is the youth component of the impactful CBO, known as the Community Coalition. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action has chapters at almost every South LA high school. Say Yeah, as they are popularly known, is located at 80th and Vermont, but serves young people all over South LA. Under the COCO umbrella, they train youth organizers, help underserved scholars prepare for college, and work with students to help them gain admission to top universities. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action fosters teen activism, where young people have led campaigns moving tens of millions of dollars to South LA schools and forcing officials to make AP classes available to students in under-resourced institutions. SCES scholars have taken part in the March on Washington, been published in major news outlets, and been elected to city council. Long before she was mayor, Karen Bass started the program when she founded the Community Coalition. To donate, volunteer, or enroll a student in South Central Youth Empowered Through Action, please visit cocsouthla.org. cocsouthla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news. You're inside the Raw Report. With Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Okay, let's go ahead and get this Raw Report started. We have got our contributor of the day, Ty Lee, Simply Ty, on social media. How are you today, Ty?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Robin?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much. I want to make sure we hear you clearly. So if you are on Bluetooth or whatever, try to get as closely, headphones, try to get as close to the phone as possible so we can hear you clearly. But before we get into all of our conversations, I do have a question of the day that I'm going to ask you guys over in our YouTube. But Ty, I want to ask you this as well. Before we start off talking about Wayne Brady and his pansexuality, Bill Cosby is being sued again. This is for an alleged sexual assault that happened in 1972 by Donna Motsinger. She's claiming that he took advantage of her. And this is a similar story to what we've heard in the past. He's 86 years old. He has already spent time in jail. Are you one of the people who says, you know what, at this point, let it go, let him live out the rest of his time? He's done, he's done enough time. Or are you say, hold him accountable no matter what until further notice?
I say hold him accountable until further notice. Yes, he is old, but there's how many women, 50 plus, that are all saying the same thing? And I'm not necessarily sure that all 50 plus women are lying. Granted, Bill Cosby is saying, I did not do it, deny. But honestly, who's to say at this point?
Who is to say? Okay, well, I have the question for you guys over in the poll in our YouTube. But right now, I want to go ahead and get to Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady was the guy. He was the man. He was everywhere at some point. And I felt like Wayne Brady, even though that's a black man, I don't know that he was actually taken very seriously. Everybody called him, what do you say when you, not a sellout per se, but oh man, did they call him is that a bad word? Do they call people coon? Is a coon bad word? Did they call him that? Yes. Oh man. Oh, Wayne. Okay, well listen, they said that because he was, he had the ability to kind of switch in and out. He could go anywhere, but he was also married to two non-black women. You know what they say about people who speak a certain way. But he's an intellectual guy. Okay, now I'm not knocking Wayne Brady, but also people have questioned his sexuality, even being married. They have questioned his sexuality for years. This is not new to you guys. You have heard this before. Don't make me seem like I'm just out here spreading news, okay? So people have talked about it for a very long time. Well, he is now coming out and talking about him being pansexual. There's a clip that I want you to hear, and I want you to give us your thoughts on this. Can he bounce back from, not bouncing back, I hate to make it sound as though he's now in a corner or something, but he had been gone for quite some time. I think he took some time away, just pretty unsure of his identity. And now that he's come out, he's obviously facing some of those, maybe what he thought was going to be trauma. But if you make a statement like this and you come out like this, one could think you may have a hard time getting back to that same level of success maybe that you once had. Let's go ahead and take a listen to his clip and let him explain it.
What the hell is pansexual? I look at it as being able to love whomever I want, no matter the vessel, instead of being locked into what is clearly the very defined thing of you're a guy, love the woman. I'm not saying that I am going to be in a relationship with another man.
Right.
I'm saying it is very possible for me to be attracted to the man because of the person. And I can be attracted to this beautiful woman like you because of the person. I think from my journey, if the people that I love in my life I have, God, so many of my family and friends who are gay, who are lesbian, my nieces who are trans. They walk outside every day.
Ty,
Yes.
I have to give it over to you. I would like to know your thoughts. Number one, I'm reading over here, Natasha in our YouTube says, before I knew he was married, I thought he was gay. Well, Natasha, you are not alone in that. That's what a lot of people thought. What are your thoughts? Are you surprised by this? And then, or are you surprised at how he's revealing himself as someone who is pansexual, meaning I will love whomever it is. I fall in love with the soul, not the vessel. I fall in love with the soul. What are your thoughts?
I'm going to be the odd man out and say I had no idea. I was completely blindsided by the news. And I'm honestly blindsided that everyone thought he was gay or bisexual or pansexual before he made the announcement. I have like a personal story where I actually met him at a comedy show that he had. And he was very flirtatious and said I was attractive. So I never thought, oh, he's a gay man or anything like that. So,
well, to be fair, he doesn't say gay. He does not lead with
pansexual.
Pansexual.
He likes the vessel.
He also says this is funny actually. He does say he could very possibly fall in love with a vessel who is a man because he's in love with the person, right? Now, of course, society is going to say, well, that's gay. Well, maybe if he did enter a relationship with another man, he would be considered gay. But he's being in the position that he is in, saying, I can fall in love with anybody. Some people would say that's bisexual. Other people somebody call and break down with the, because I feel like we're talking about, it's circuitous at this point. I want somebody to help break this down, because even the more I talk about it, again, it sounds like you could be bisexual, which we know one person could love a woman and be attracted to a woman, and then someone, you can be attracted to a man. But maybe what pansexual actually is, I'm going to look up the definition just so that we are very clear, but maybe what pansexual actually is falling in love with the soul, being fluid. Andy, can you give me
open to transgender as well?
Open to trans. So whoever it is, it doesn't matter again what your vessel is. It is just, I have fallen in love with you just because you are you. I love your soul. Okay, pansexual is not limited in sexual choice with regard to biological sex, gender, or gender identity. Okay. So, okay. So if that helps you out, if that helps, not you, Ty, but if that helps anyone out listening, it helps me out, certainly. Do you think Wayne Brady, because at one point he was literally at the height of his career, and I do understand that people have ebbs and flows in their career. People can reach a certain height, and for one reason or another, maybe it's just not their time anymore. Maybe they've fallen from glory. I mean, it could be anything. But there are times where people hit the height of their career and then they fall short for one reason or another. Well, is this a reason? Would this be distracting to his career with him coming out as pansexual, in your opinion?
My opinion is no, considering that we are in the year 2023. It's not strange or peculiar or shocking anymore if someone comes out as pansexual, bisexual, gay, or whatever. It's just like, okay, that's your story, that's your truth. As long as you continue to make America smile the way you've been doing for the last 30 plus years, go be you. Be great.
Yeah, I hope so, just so that we're clear. I like Wayne Brady just as a personality. He is a very, very talented man. And I would like to think that your talent it'll supersede anything. Yeah, he's definitely talented. And my hopes are that would supersede anything else. But, unfortunately, with the world that we live in, sometimes people just can't get past certain things. But I kind of often wonder, we've seen, Caitlyn Jenner, she was a big, big, big topic and story. We knew Kate as what was Bruce Jenner, thank you. Bruce Jenner before, and having lived as a man for so long, but having other desires or other feelings about your identity while being married for so many years, it makes me wonder how much of this is actually going on with people that we know, people we see every single day, but how many people are actually afraid to admit their truth and walk in their truth. I mean, so I do commend Wayne Brady for this, but you know, do you ever think about that as far as, who else could be maybe in a similar situation, and maybe who he's given inspiration to kind of step out in their truth?
Honestly, I feel like there's no point in being afraid of being who you truly are. Like, some people just can't hide it, and at this point, we're in, like I mentioned before, it's 2023. It's not uncommon. It's not unheard of. It's more so welcome more than anything else. Mm-hmm. So I say your preference is separated from your career or whatever your profession is. Those are two different avenues, two different lanes, and I don't think that it should conflict with his money, conflict with his passion or his career.
True, absolutely true, but maybe it's because Wayne Brady is not necessarily surprising to many. To Forrest Harrison's point over here in YouTube, Forrest says Bruce Jenner was an Olympic super athlete. That's very true. Bruce Jenner was on the Wheaties box. I mean, Bruce Jenner was, an Olympian. So I guess maybe that was surprising because we knew him to be super, sort of masculine and athletic in his ways. But would it maybe even, I hear where you're coming from, Ty. You're saying this is the world that we live in, and so many people are fluid and live gender fluid lives and things like that. And I agree with you. But maybe it could be a little bit different if it's somebody who we completely don't expect it to be. I'm not going to say any names, but what if, the hardest person. Who was you going to say? I ain't going to say it. Who was you going to say?
No, I take it back. The thought just came and left.
Oh, all right. Well, I ain't putting no names out there, but I'm just saying, what if the most masculine people or person that we know of who's, at the height of their career, someone who just says, you know what? And they surprise us as being, pansexual, and they come out and they admit it. I mean, that would probably take you by surprise and be a little bit distracting towards their career. That's my opinion. And that eventually we all get past it. At some point, the biggest news of the day is always going to become old, right? So we'll get over it. That is just the cycle of humanity. We get past the shocking news until there's some more shocking news. So yeah, eventually we get over it, but it still wouldn't take away the fact that people are afraid to come out because they don't want they don't want to fall short of where they are, where you hold them. They don't want to fall short of that. So it just, I don't know. I can't help but think how many people are just sitting in their relationships, having children. Wayne Brady has a 20-year-old daughter. Having children and having relationships, feeling, somewhat different about their identities. Yeah,
that's all I can say. I can't personally relate to it, but honestly, I'm just thinking in my mind of the most masculine, famous black male that there is right now. I've been in movies, and if this particular person I'm thinking of ever did come out, is that I would be completely shocked. I would be. And I don't think that I would ever be like, oh, it's fine. I would definitely be sad because he's also a celebrity crush of mine. Okay. But that's neither here nor there.
Oh, that's fair. But would that stop you from supporting them?
No, of course
Okay.
not. I'll still support, but I'll be sad along the way.
You'll look at them a little differently. I guess that's fair. I mean, that's fair. I guess all in all, this is where I'll end the Wayne Brady conversation. I want every person on earth to walk in their truth. That's just the bottom line. I want everybody to reach a level of confidence, reach a level of just pure, true, the epitome of their self, the epitome of, who they know God has created them to be, and walk in that. And I don't care who you are, what you prefer, what you do. I don't care, no matter if people have pegged you a certain way and they have come to learn of you and know of you a certain way, and they hold you to this standard, even that person who might feel like, okay, the whole world is expecting XYZ of me. Even that person, I want them to learn to walk in their own truth and their own identity. So good for Wayne Brady. I'm excited for whatever he's going to bring, in the future, because like I said, he is a very talented guy. So we will see about that, and obviously we will keep you posted here on the Raw Report. Very quickly, before we go to our news, traffic, and sports, you guys said that 58% of you say, no. Okay, you might be 86 years old, Bill Cosby, but nah, we don't let that go. If you are wrong, you should still be charged, and you should still be held accountable. So I am not mad at that poll at all.
Here.
Yeah, Fahima Sek says Malik Yorba acknowledged his attraction to trans women a few years ago. Now that shook up the whole world. I do remember that. That shook up a lot of people because Malik Yoba, he is a masculine actor. So yeah, that whole trans thing, I remember that conversation. Well, when we come forward, we will get to the rest of our conversations and more. You are listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, I'm Damian Young. I'm chilling with Robin on the Raw Report.
More of the Raw Report with Robin Ayers when we come forward.
I'm Esther Dillard, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Travelers are keeping an eye on how a looming federal government shutdown could affect flights. Congress still has until Saturday to reach a deal to avoid the shutdown. If a deal isn't reached, air traffic controllers and TSA agents would continue to work during a shutdown, as they are considered essential workers. However, 2019's government shutdown saw air traffic controllers start to call off sick after about 2 weeks. And we'll find out tomorrow if the United Auto Workers are going to further expand their strike against the big three automakers. UAW President Shawn Fain says he will make an announcement Friday morning. And finally, the Powerball jackpot is getting closer to joining the $1 billion club. Saturday night's top prize is worth an estimated $925 million after nobody won last night's drawing. And that's the latest. I'm Esther Dillard from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
A SIG alert has been issued for those in Simi Valley's 118 east of Rocky Peak Road as a crash is currently occupying the left lane. Stop traffic is coming from Cleaner Drive. In Irwindale, guardrail is damaged due to an accident on the right shoulder of the 605 South before Lower Azusa Road, Los Angeles Street interchange, and heavy traffic continued from the 210. Accident involving an overturned vehicle in Long Beach's 710 North after the 405 has been cleared. Just watch for a slight delay up to 10 to 15 minutes from Anaheim Street in recovery.
As the world keeps changing, so does COVID-19. That's why this season's COVID-19 shots have been updated. They're designed to help protect against recent variants. Learn more and schedule at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Is this the time? This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
I'm a bad man. The Clippers are discussing a game plan to acquire LA native Drew Holiday. The 14-year NBA veteran was among 7 players involved in the 3-team trade yesterday that sent Damian Lillard from the Portland Trailblazers to the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks sent Holiday to Portland as part of that deal. Portland is rebuilding with younger players. Holiday, at age 33, might not be a good fit with the Blazers. The former UCLA star will be a better fit with a veteran Clippers roster and probably a better fit than James Harden. Stay tuned. The Dodgers are running out of time to catch Atlanta for Major League Baseball's best record and home field advantage in the playoffs. Both teams have 4 games remaining in the regular season. The Dodgers trail Atlanta by 4. At least the Dodgers are in the playoffs. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
On Monday, October 9th, don't miss the KBLA Talk 1580 exclusive. The tape. 1 year later.
Y'all were coming for us.
Yeah, but Tavis, that's not in my heart. I wasn't coming for anyone like that. I apologize, but that was not me. That's not in my heart. And like I said a few moments ago, I have a solid, demonstrable record of shared power that's real and concrete. That can't be misinterpreted.
Join Tavis Smiley and an all-star panel of political insiders, influencers, and journalists for a look back at the crisis that shook LA City Hall when 4 Latino leaders were caught on tape making racist, demeaning, and derogatory statements about black people and other fellow citizens. On Monday, October 9th, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580, The Tape, 1 year later. We're broadcast live in afternoon drive from 5 to 7 p.m. with an immediate encore presentation from 7 to 9 p.m. When all was said and done, was more said than done. 1 year later, are there fractures in LA's black-brown political partnership? And where do we go from here? Don't miss The Tape, 1 year later. Only on KBLA Talk 1580, Monday, October 9th, live from 5 to 7 p.m. with an immediate encore presentation from 7 to 9 p.m. We've got a lot to talk about.
JP Morgan Chase is building on the investments in California and around the country to help close the racial wealth gap and build a more equitable future. As part of JP Morgan Chase commitment, they are taking action to help improve financial wealth and access to banking in the Black community, helping more people open low-cost checking and savings accounts, hosting community seminars with supporting Black-led institutions by building awareness about financial investments, hiring community managers, and opening community center branches like Crenshaw, Inglewood, and downtown LA. Visit today, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity. Again, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity. Get the tools to help reach your financial goals. Visit today, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity. Again, jpmorganchase.com/racial equity.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family was founded to help address domestic violence and sexual assault in the Asian and the Pacific Islander communities. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family's mission is to build healthy and safe communities by addressing the root causes and consequences of family violence and violence against women. They are committed to meeting the specific cultural and language needs of the Asian and Pacific Islander women and their families. CPAF's vision is of an Asian and Pacific Islander community that embraces healthy relationships and works in partnership with other communities to eradicate all forms of violence. To access services, volunteer, or for more info, visit nurturingchange.org. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe everyone deserves to be safe. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Keeping you informed about what's really going on. Who's got next? And what not to miss in entertainment. You're listening to The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Another one. We the best music. DJ Khaled.
I don't know if you could take it. No, you wanna see me naked. I wanna be a baby. Spinning in his red just like he came from Maytag. Rocket with it on the brown. When I get like this, I can't be around you. I'm too little to dim down a notch. Cause I can into things that I'm gon' do.
Hey, you are inside the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Welcome on in here. If you're just joining us, get on in here. We are talking about, right now I just completed a poll asking you guys if you thought Bill Cosby should still be held accountable if this is true, if he's proven guilty to be for this allegation of sexual assault in 1972. Even though he's 86 years old, y'all said, don't let that go. Oh, no. We're also talking about Wayne Brady and the fact that he has now revealed that he is pansexual. Pansexual is basically being in love with any human being because of who you are, what your soul is, and not necessarily the vessel carrying the soul. So could be a man, could be a woman. And this is a man who has been twice married before. And he also has a child. So we're on the line with our contributor of the day, Ty Lee. Ty, I do want to go ahead and get into this conversation regarding Colin Kaepernick. Oh, man. Okay. If we know, obviously the world knows, because Colin Kaepernick was he was a complete front liner. He was on the front lines in regards to, in 2016, him beginning to kneel during the national anthem. As we all know, that he played, he was in the NFL for how many years was Colin Kaepernick in the league? We're going to look that up, but yeah, right, exactly. A very long time. But he had basically been ousted. He had been basically, he actually got a settlement. We still don't know the numbers of the settlement, but because we know the NFL has basically within the NFL, the teams and the 6 years. Okay, Andy says that's quite a long time, I mean, it is, but it isn't at the same time. He has still so much more to prove, but we know that they had colluded to basically kick him out, and he was never signed again to an NFL team. Well, also recently, he wrote a letter to the general manager of the New York Jets asking to be put on, like, let me practice with the team, because their quarterback was recently hurt. Aaron Rodgers, he was badly hurt. His Achilles was basically torn, and he's not going to be playing for the rest of the season. So he's like, let me get in there, coach, let me get in. But he's only really asking to get on the practice team. And he released this letter, but he did it by way of J. Cole, his friend J. Cole, rapper J. Cole. So J. Cole puts this letter out, and now we know, he asked the New York Jets to come on to the team and play and just practice around with them. Well, Charlamagne, the God from the Breakfast Club, did not necessarily like what this whole thing. He didn't like how it went down. Does he have a point? And we're going to play this clip for you, and I will let you be the judge from there. Let's go ahead and listen.
I wish that letter was never written. That letter was tragically sad and downright pathetic. Colin Kaepernick has let his setback become his identity, and I hate that for him. God exalted Colin Kaepernick into a position of leadership in regard to activism, and it pains me to see that man still begging to be in a league that he called racist and compared to a plantation. And I hate that he can never speak for himself. He always got somebody else speaking for him or putting out his messaging for him. That's so whack to me. I wish Colin the best in all his endeavors, but this begging, these same people you called racist for an opportunity is pitiful.
I just don't like it.
Pitiful.
I'd rather him go to, what's the other league that they created? The XFL league or any other league. But the fact that they boxed him out, they don't want him in the league. Like, that's clear.
Very clear. And I asked earlier in the room, like, how good of a football player was he? Because the way that they just threw him out after all that, you would think that he wasn't good. But
he was a good player.
I heard he was good.
It don't even matter. It's been 7 years, and God exalted Colin Kaepernick into a position of.
Okay. Charlamagne, this is my opinion. Charlamagne makes fantastic points here. On one hand, because I like Colin Kaepernick so much and I like what he stood for these past 7 years, I'm behind Colin Kaepernick, and generally speaking, I'm behind that guy. I'm rooting for the guy in whatever he chooses to do. But at the same time, how do you go back to the same organization that you slandered, you talk so much about? And Charlamagne is right, having compared it to slavery and different things like that. You're going back to that same organization and members of that organization, asking them to come back into that organization in which you slandered. It sort of doesn't make any sense. Like, I get it on one hand. I understand, he feels, I'm sure, incomplete, like his career have been halted, and suddenly it felt like. And so I do get that. You want your chance to prove. He's mentioned that for the past several years he has been keeping in shape. He has been practicing. He's been doing all of that for 3 hours a day. He's been preparing for his opportunity again. Now he's trying to create an opportunity for himself. But do you agree with Charlamagne on this particular topic?
So we already know that Charlamagne the God is known for his outspoken views. But just like you, Robin, I definitely agree with him. It's like, why do you keep going back to the bad ex-boyfriend who treated you wrong? It's like, girl, let him go.
That's a good point.
He's already proven himself. He's already shown himself that he's not good for you. Like, I can definitely see Colin taking his talents elsewhere, creating an organization of his own, teaching kids how to play football. But, you know, when someone shows you who they are, believe them and make something greater for yourself. I don't think you should be asking for a handout from them.
I hear you. Fahima, she says, if Jason Peters can still play at 41, why can't Colin Kaepernick get a try at 35? This is not about that. This is not about it's not about age. Colin Kaepernick, it's clear that he's remained fit. He continues to stay on his A game. I'm pretty sure that if you put Colin on the field with any of the other players right now, he actually did go and practice with the Raiders. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure if you put him next to any of the other guys, he'd be just as good, if not better. He's actually saying that. He's saying to Joe, the general manager, he's like, listen, you could discover that I'm actually a weapon. you know, at basically worst case scenario, okay, you find that I'm no good, but best case scenario, you can see that I'm a weapon that you could use. I think he still does think of himself as genuinely one of the greatest, honestly, one of the best. And he probably is, but this is not necessarily about whether he can do it or not. It's should he do it and sort of how it's looked at. Because at this point, he had gotten so many of us, so many people, so many of his people behind him. Okay. And for so many years, you know, obviously he's not at the height of that anymore. But to Charlamagne's point, God exalted him. He used a purpose. You know, Colin Kaepernick, he stood for something. And as a matter of fact, he was quoted before of there's a phrase that he used to say, believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything, you know, and that's true. So how do you say that? How do you let your life become that? And then try to go back to that same organization. I don't agree with how Charlamagne came at him. I don't, you know, granted, Charlamagne is known to be that guy. He can be very direct and all of that. But I just feel like you shouldn't have taken that route and called it pathetic. You know, whether that's how you felt or not, maybe that's like a side conversation. He could have said something, you know what I mean? Like a little bit less.
Something a little less nasty.
Yeah, definitely. But to your point, you know, I think Colin has enough name. I think he has still enough resources to create something on his own. I don't know I don't know if that league looks like, but hey, if Ice Cube can do it with the Big Three league, why can't Colin Kaepernick do it?
Listen, from your mouth to God's ears, okay?
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, no, I definitely hear you. So we don't know what's going to happen with Colin Kaepernick, and the New York Jets have not responded. They have not given a public response. Now, maybe they've reached out to him on the side or something like that, but they certainly have not responded outwardly. So we'll see. You never know what could happen with this guy in the near future. We'll see. But, you know, I'm hoping for the best because I still stand by Colin pretty much with whatever he does. But just don't go through J. Cole putting out some public letter.
That was odd. I'm not even going to lie. When I saw the post, I was like, J. Cole? Okay.
Cool. Sure. I mean, but it almost felt like, well, I don't want to put it out publicly because that'll look like, you know, that'll look like it's reaching. That'll look like, you know what I mean? Maybe like if my friend does it, you know, who still has a big name and it'll reach the masses, maybe it'll not look so bad. Yeah, maybe that was his point. Who knows? Well, anyway, we definitely appreciate you calling on the Raw Report, Ty Lee. Can you please let everybody know where they can find you?
Absolutely. You guys can find me on Instagram at Simply Ty. That's THAI.
Well, we appreciate you and look forward to another conversation in the future, Ty. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Have a great one.
Thank you. When we come forward, we do have a Who's Got Next, okay? Yesterday we couldn't get to it, but today we are definitely going to do that. On the other side, you're listening to The Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay there.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Eric Bellinger hanging out right here with my family at The Rob Report. Keep it locked.
You're inside The Rob Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Applications are now being accepted for the City of Los Angeles Emergency Renters Assistance Program. The program provides up to 6 months of rental arrears to low-income residential renters who are at risk of homelessness due to unpaid rent as a result of COVID-19 or other financial hardship. Applications will not be accepted after 6 p.m. on October 2nd, 2023. Go online 24/7 at housing.lacity.org or call 888-379-3150 from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and see if you qualify. Apply today.
Anyone can choose to make a difference. You can help people succeed, rebuild after disasters, protect the environment, or feed the hungry. Not only will you make a difference for others, but for yourself. You can earn money for college, learn career skills, and make friendships that last a lifetime. Make a difference. Choose your future. Choose AmeriCorps.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
Now. We tend not to think about now. We dream about tomorrow, relive yesterday. But right now in front of us is victory over cancer. Right now, cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to better treatments and saving lives. Victory over cancer is there for the taking by you, because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. Learn more at v.org.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for voting rights. When We All Vote is a leading national nonpartisan initiative on a mission to change the culture around voting and to increase participation in each and every election by helping to close the race and age gap. Created by Michelle Obama, When We All Vote brings together individuals, institutions, brands, and organizations to register new voters across the country and advance civic education for the entire family and voters of every age to build an informed and engaged electorate for today and generations to come. When We All Vote empowers their supporters and volunteers to take action through voting, advocating for their rights, and holding their elected officials accountable. Please visit whenweallvote.org to stand up for your rights, voting rights. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news. You're inside The Rob Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump right into this Who's Got Next. This is, all right, work with me here. I'll put it in the YouTube for you guys to look at, but it's Neelam Golden Child featuring Danique. Okay, go ahead, drop it.
You can tell, COINTEL, my clique has never failed. My boat has never sunk, my ship has never sailed. My hope is never shaken, my spirit is never broken. My legs are never open, my words will always be quoted. My vision is focused. Tell the POTUS I don't trust him, he'll never be noticed. I think it's time that I put you all on notice. I'm the one, David Ruffin, I'll never be Otis. If I did it, then it better work. The music industry hates me cause I'll never twerk. I'm in a different world, each verse brings the metaverse. Optometrist, I change vision like the Oculus. Watch me fly over Metropolis. Tell all the populace, rise from sarcophagus. No hypothesis, I see apocalypse. Muhammad's disciple speaks like a prophetess. We got him like. We got him like. Yeah. We got him like. Tell the people we coming through and we got them like. It's the love from the west, coming strong, Cali's best. We got them like. Tell the people we coming through and we got them like.
See, I done came from the bottom. I usually choose peace. Today we choose violence.
Who is that?
They don't
That's
really know what to do.
Golden
I'ma
Child?
keep banging the truth.
Okay.
Lyrically impeccable, irrepressible spectacle.
I'm a good hype man.
Turn a vegetable into an intellectual. My ancestors
That's
celestial.
Danique,
Go beyond
okay.
the skeleton. Fact
We
checking
don't
these
know.
rappers, none of these
Hey,
credible.
hey.
If it don't apply to the fly, it's a hypothetical. It's just the type of that you kicking is unacceptable.
Hey.
Not helping me grow, I'm just not available. I want the whole left side of a decimal, incredible. I ain't even hardly reached my pinnacle. Jump in the cypher and turn it into a festival. Bang on the game till the game need medical. I'ma keep grinding till the is unpreventable. Middle finger, you haters. For that to be unprofessional, we is just not compatible. I am too undetectable. Put the pedal, the metal hitting your mental. My pen penetrating your sensory. You looking terrible. Whoa, all I see is green light bulbs. East New York, Brooklyn, let it go. My light might be an iPhone. Third eye, I see the rival. See my arrival.
We got them like. We got them like. Yeah. We got them like. Tell the people we coming through and we got them like.
It's Danique, run the East New York, we run the streets.
We got them like. Tell the people we coming through and we got them like.
You know.
We the creme de la creme. They give us accolades, but that's God working through us. We send praises up to him. Brotherhood tight, sisterhood tight. Nation building team players, we all shooting in the gym. Got the guys with me, got the FOI with me. If we gotta go to war, then we fighting to the death. Not a betting man, but if I was and you ask me who I'm putting my money on, you know I'm putting it on them. Come through, they gotta respect, they gotta tip they hat. Don't disrespect our women, word bond, we a kill for that. In the field working with bullets, fly like we in Iraq. I do this for the family, I rap, but this way deeper than rap. Stand up, solid soldiers with me, we don't back though. I don't deal with milk toast brothers like I'm lactose. Every time I come in first, they act like they was rooting for me. Whole time I know they wanted me to come in last though. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulallah. If it wasn't for you, I know I wouldn't have made it through Allah. Grant me protection on this mission that I pursue Allah. I know with you behind me, there ain't nothing that I can't do Allah. You know.
We got them like. We got them like. Yeah. We got them like. Tell the people we coming through and we got them like.
It's GC from the shop. FOI till I die.
We got them like. Tell the people we coming through and we got them like. It's in love.
Whoa. I didn't even want to cut them off. I can't lie. That was whoever the first guy was, because there was two rappers on there. Whoever the first guy was really had bars. Okay, so that was Danique. Danique got bars. Danique and then Golden Child got it. And then the name of the woman who's singing, this is her song, is Neelam. Can't lie. Please, if you can you break down the video a little bit? They said it's very, militant almost.
The video is definitely real militant. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole bunch of brothers, in they suits representing the Nation of Islam or whatnot. They're doing their stomps and, all their salutes and all that. Even Miss Neelam, same thing. She got the whole little whatever thing on her head or whatnot, but just real militant. It's a real, what is it called? A beret, excuse me.
A beret, okay.
A beret,
okay.
so
Yeah.
it's pretty dope. Check it out.
Okay, all right, that sounds cool. You can even tell by the track, the beat, it's produced very, very nicely. But you guys are seeming to like it. Forrest Harrison says 2 thumbs up. Penny Thompson says pretty nice vibe. Fahima, yes, they got bars. I agree. This is reminiscent of ciphers back in the day. I miss ciphers. Now they still try to do that here and there, BET Awards here and there. But when they used to have like the hip hop or Source Awards or whatever, they used to really kind of bring them way harder than what they do now. As a matter of fact, I used to really, really love battle raps. I used to love like the underground. Like that's a whole world right there. The battle raps. Oh my gosh. Underground. Oh my gosh. I love them. They still happen.
You're not feeling the new ones though, huh?
I feel like it's different. I feel like everything is different.
I feel you.
Yeah. I just, I don't know. I miss old school, true, real hip hop and like street gutter hip hop too. Like that's what I like. But anyway, times are different. So anyway, I also realized I've not brought you something to look forward to in the recent days. So I do want you to go ahead and not miss. There's a movie called it's called Love and Murder, Atlanta Playboy. Now, okay, I'm on the more of the love side than I am anything else. But anyway, this stars Taye Diggs, and it's a 2-part BET Plus original movie, Love and Murder, Atlanta Playboy. And what's cool about this is actually the second film that he and his kind of on-again, off-again relationship girlfriend, April Jones. This is something else that they're starring in, which is pretty cool. Also starring Keisha Sharp. I really like her. So if you are a BET Plus subscriber, go ahead and check that out. It is playing right now. And again, it's 2-part, but it's only limited time. So you got to check it out while you can. Those of you who are Taye Diggs lovers, fans, I'll say. Anyway, guys, definitely a great night. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, y'all, for tuning in. I appreciate you, Ty Lee, for calling in to the Rob Report as well. And, we will be right back at it tomorrow because tomorrow is Friday and Andy's going to give us that energy. Oh. Yeah, he said yeah. All right, you guys, I appreciate you so much. Remember, today and every day forward to be a blessing.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Esther Dillard, and here's the latest from the Black